One of the 5 modules within CHAMPS, and what we like to call the heart of CHAMPS, is the community profile. This module tells the story of where your community stands with disaster management efforts. In this module, multiple users from your community can input, store, and access information on local capacities, and also store loss and occurrence information to build your community's risk profile. The community profile serves as a centralized place to access and input all of this information to make responding to a disaster more efficient, and to build your benefit-cost ratio when applying for disaster funding. To orient you to the terminology and menu structure in CHAMPS, each module will be located on the main menu bar, with the submodules located on the drop-down submenu bar. Briefly, we'll explore each of these submodules to help you become familiarized with the contents. Community links are considered public entities inside or outside of your community that you may need to contact for a variety of different purposes. Some examples of community links that you may want to consider entering into CHAMPS might be local government agencies, health and safety departments, schools, or area development districts or other regional entities that might serve your community. Links can be applied at different levels: the state level, regional level according to area development districts, county level, or at the community level. By entering the system, creating a link is as simple as clicking the Create New Link button and entering in information for as many links as your community desires. Think of this as a directory that stores contact information that you can reference at any time from any device that has internet access. Now, in thinking about what each of the 5 roles can do within the Community Links submodule, all of the roles are able to view community links that have been entered in, while author, local administrator, manager, and administrator are able to create, edit, and delete community links for your community. Now let's take a look at the infrastructure submodule. Infrastructure can be considered as important structures and locations in a community, such as critical facilities, utilities, and bridges. The infrastructure submodule seeks to capture a lot of information about these various structures, such as replacement cost, construction cost, and also mark the geographic locations so that locations can be mapped. All of this information can be referenced at any time, and more importantly, at the time of an emergency. Now let's take a look at what each role can do in the infrastructure submodule. While all of the roles can view infrastructure that has been created for a community, the author role and above are able to create, edit, and delete infrastructure. Keep in mind that authors and local administrators can only edit and delete infrastructure that they have created for their own community. Also, viewers are only able to view published infrastructure that has been created by other users within their own community. Now let's take a look at the Standard Requirements submodule. Standard requirements are considered regulatory and other local planning initiatives that a community needs to complete in order to become more resilient. Standard requirements might include completing a county emergency operations plan, conducting a basic emergency operations center training, or conducting a resiliency assessment, and these are just to name a few. Think of this as your community's checklist to getting done all of the things that it needs to in order to become more resilient. While all of the CHAMPS roles are able to view standard requirements, managers and administrators are able to apply requirements across the entire state to multiple jurisdictions. And the authors and local administrators at the local level may create requirements for their own jurisdictions. Lastly, let's take a look at the Significant Incident and Events submodule, otherwise known as SIEs. In the SIEs submodule, you're able to record hazards and threats that affect your community. After you've entered in multiple incidents, they are then consolidated and analyzed to form your community's risk profile. Here you can see a typical form that's associated with putting in a significant event. Here you would put in the incident name, the associated type of incident, so in here it says flood, the location of the event, which would be the latitudinal and longitudinal coordinates, the location description, as well as a lot of other information about damages that have occurred and losses that have occurred as well. So this way you're able to add up all of the damages that have occurred over a period of time so that you're able to not only conduct assessments, but also build your benefit cost ratio for when you need to apply for funding in the future. In the SIE's submodule, all of the roles are able to view significant incidents and events for their community, while the author role and above are able to create, edit, and delete these events. So this sums up the 5 different submodules that are located in the community profile. So think about the community profile as the basis for a lot of the other actions that need to occur within your resiliency building process. Once you have requested and gained access to CHAMPS, we encourage you to take advantage of the various training materials that are available to help orient you to the system. Self-guided navigational tutorials have been developed to walk you through each step of the system. Additionally, virtual and hands-on training opportunities are available to you. To see training dates offered, go to www.kym.ky.gov and select the training menu.